Are you serious? And now you want me to start recording? You've just farted.
Just a little wee one.
A
But
wee
I didn't want it on. I didn't want it on the recording.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to our podcast.
Lez-Come-Together.
I'm Jana.
And I'm Jo.
Smelly Jo.
Ah, Jana.
Actually, it doesn't smell.
No. Another Jo theory. That a reason...
Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bing. A reason that a fart smells is because your digestive system hasn't cleaned out regularly. So as long as you're very regular, which I am currently, your farts don't smell. They're just air releasing, not air with like putrid gases in.
Welcome, everybody. This is a wonderful intro to our podcast.
Yes.
But you did fart just as we started, and it doesn't smell, but I'm glad we all know what's happening.
Yes.
Wow.
Welcome.
Hi.
So, Jana, how has your week been?
Oh, wow. Has it been a week? Are we at the end of the week?
I think it's 2 weeks since we last actually sat and did one of these.
Yeah, I thought I was missing you a little.
Oh.
That is not genuine.
What do you mean? Which bit?
Oh.
It was pretty genuine.
No, I actually genuinely missed you. Thank you. Ow, she's beating me up.
Yeah, we've got slaps now on the sound thing.
Okay.
I'd also genuinely missed you, but it's been busy.
It has been
a
busy.
lot of time.
It has been busy.
So
what have I done
this weekend?
I went to Derby.
Oh, you in Derby?
Yeah.
I thought you were in Bognor.
Well, that too. That's after.
Right, okay.
You have no idea. You just don't listen to me. Jo, you don't listen to me. That's half the problem. Anyway. Last week, I went to Derby for a ops conference for Network Rail, and it was awesome.
Excellent.
Very, very cold up north, as I called it.
Derby's Midlands.
Once again, our wonderful friend Simon says, Jana, it's not north, it's Midlands.
He's right.
But I was travelling up north.
You were travelling
North.
North. But you didn't get to the north.
It was bloody north enough for me, I tell you.
Okay.
It was freezing.
Did you get a nosebleed going that far up?
That as well. It was snowy.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
You're right, actually. I did hear that in the Midlands it did snow last week.
Yes, in the north.
And it's second.
North of the river.
What river are you talking about? The Thames. Okay, great. So Westminster people are in the north.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, it snowed.
Got that.
It was great. So in my job role, there's only 900 of us in the country, nationally, within Network Rail. So mobile operations managers, mobile incident officers.
That are going to the 999 calls on the railway, basically.
Kind of 999, yes. So,
Okay.
like incident response. And a few of us had met in Derby. So there was like people from Scotland, from Midlands, from South, from Central
Did they
London.
all look like you?
No.
Oh.
Why would you think they all look
Well,
like
they
me?
all do exactly the same job as you.
So they should look like me?
Just realised that's a bit of a stupid thing to say.
Yes, it's fine. We can edit this out or leave it in to make it look stupid, whichever one you prefer. Either way, I say 99% are men, so they don't all look like me.
Well, but that in itself is interesting, isn't it? You're in a male-dominated... Because first responders, I guess, a huge generalisation, tend to be men.
No, if you look at medics these days, because I have been doing some training for medics on the railway, and we have so many girls and women come in, actually almost more than men. Like, historically, there used to be a lot of men doing paramedic jobs.
Right.
There's so many girls and women now, so that's really good to
Good.
see. However, in my job, I was really happy to see 3 or 4 women in the role that, actually maybe not even, about that, in the same role that I do, or similar role, nationally. So on our route in Wessex,
Wow.
I think I'm the only woman.
So if it's 4
Mad.
people and you were saying there's like 900 overall, because I'm a mathematician, that makes it like 0.04%. I mean, it's less than 1%.
There's probably a lot.
0.4%. Anyway.
There is probably few more, but they didn't come to the conference.
Oh,
if you know what
okay,
I mean.
okay.
So, yeah. Obviously,
But still, very male-dominated.
it is, but hey ho, we love men. We've been there, we've talked about that.
Love a good man with a stiff drink.
With a stiffy, as I call it. Anyway, so that was good. And then I had a weekend in Butlins.
Woohoo!
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 6 of us went and, came back.
How many came back?
Just me.
Yeah. No,
Left them there.
a few fatalities.
Yeah. No,
and it was
almost.
full on.
It's full on. It's actually, I will say, I don't think I'll ever go again, but I think it's something... Yeah, I'm not selling this.
No.
But
sorry, Butlins. Do sue her. Jana.Kavlovia or something.
Bogner Regis one. Actually, we quite like Bogner. Bogner. It's a bit like Rachel. Bogner. When we arrived, it was just, the sun was setting and it was beautiful. It was right on the beach and it was stunning. The whole Butlins setup is unbelievable. It's a huge site. Mm-hmm. And for the weekenders that they do for adult, and it's a great music and there's so much to do. And everyone dresses up. It's incredible. So I enjoyed it. It was definitely an eye-opener on many levels this weekend away.
And you thought you were a woman of the world.
Yeah.
But you clearly were not a woman of Butlins.
No.
So what do you mean? Give us some examples of how your eyes popped out of your head.
Everyone was dressed up amazingly, so it was just cool to see. Everyone also was very drunk. There was quite a few young drunk boys that were preying on women, which is I'm not a fan of. And, but that's what happens, I suppose. And there was a lot of girls out there that were looking for boys, and it was just a bit too much of... And
we call that a knocking shop. Do you know that saying, a knocking shop? Basically just like...
Job a knock?
Nothing about jobbing. But no, the knocking shop as in it's literally somewhere you go to shag.
Oh, well, I didn't want to say quite in those words, but I can always rely on you. You just say it as it fucking is.
Absolutely. Why beat round that bush?
That was probably a lot of shagging in the bushes.
Oh dear. It's quite cold this weekend.
It was that storm. Bertie? Was it Bert?
I think so. Yeah.
It was, yeah.
It was cold, wet and windy.
Anyway, go. You should go. And everyone...
sorry. Where? Sorry. Gotta go. Just go to Butlins. Okay, well, we have been, but we went with our 2 kids. And it was very different.
Yeah, it'd be very different.
Yeah.
There was no shagging in the bushes for a start.
Bloody hope not. We went on some go-karts, I think, and we went swimming a lot. But I do not remember shagging in the bushes.
Oh, sorry. Too much laugh for the podcast. I apologise. No. She's giving me funny looks. I'm not allowed to apologise. We've done that.
And I can suppress your laughter, don't you worry, like I do most people's. She's had 2 gins.
I don't think you should be telling people that I'm drinking. It's the first time, actually, we're doing a podcast and I'm having like a proper drink. And I'm really enjoying it. I also need. I also feel like I really fucking need it. What about your week? How was it?
Yeah, good actually. I went up to see old hockey colleagues, friends. They're friends. We used to play hockey together, and we went out to a bar and we played crazy pool.
Wow. When you say up, is it up north?
Do you know what? It is totally on the same level as Derby. Birmingham and Derby are almost absolutely the same, but one's in the right of the country, or east as some people like to say, and one is the west of the UK.
Right.
But not west of the British Isles, because you're not yet in Wales.
So it's in Midlands?
It is the Midlands.
Right, okay, not north, but you went up.
I went up.
Cool, so you played what?
We played crazy pool.
Okay.
It's pool on, crazy golf?
Uh-huh.
So you have, obstacles and things you have to go over and round, but you do it on a table with a pool cue, and you hit the ball and try and get the first in the hole.
Oh, sounds awesome.
It was really good fun, and guess who won?
You didn't.
I did.
No way, Jo.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Only because I wasn't there.
That's probably true.
Yeah, I'm very competitive.
Yeah, ditto. So,
However,
going
back to Butlins, sorry, we played something called in the bushes. Tech putt.
Tech putt.
So it's like mini golf.
Right.
We expected like a little mini golf course, and it kind of is, but it's all very techy. This machine, you put in your details, and it spits out all the balls. 6 of them.
Right, because there were 6 of you.
Yeah, and everyone's got their own bowl.
Right.
which is registered to your name.
Right.
And then as you put it on your first thing, it tells you it's Jana, and then you have your goal. It's so techy. It was awesome.
And does the are you playing on the same thing the whole time, but it changes the obstacle by
No, there's different. There's like 8, 9 different ones.
you move between
Yeah,
them.
it's
Okay.
not huge though, but it was awesome.
It was good.
I didn't win. I came second
Who won?
from the behind. So like,
You came second from behind. Oh, you mean second from last?
yes, that one. Is that what you said?
So when you say there was 6 of you, and you say
I
you
was
didn't
fifth.
win,
I was fifth.
and then you go, I'm second, 5th.
Yeah.
We've got a big fuck off line here.
I know. I've seen it.
It is horrible. Now, can I tell you why? You know, this is horrible. You don't want to hear this.
What, but are we talking about the fly or?
Yeah, why have we got a fly in the house? We've got
Okay.
a lot of creepy crawlies at the moment.
Right.
Well, we had a rat in our walls, and we've had it for about 6 months, and you can just hear it. Tick, 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 tick.
Are you joking?
No, I've had a rat ever since the extension. There was a bit they didn't close off properly, and a rat got in, and then they closed. When we told them, they came immediately and closed it off. All good, except for that meant they closed the rat in. So for 6 months, it's been living in the house. And we've had a couple of companies come around. The last one, successfully. And the reason I know it's successfully, because we now can smell a decaying rat
Oh, great.
upstairs in one of the bedrooms.
Lovely.
And I think we've got all these little flies and things.
Is this for the pod?
No, I think we have to cut this out because the people are currently eating their dinner going... Bleh! But you know what? The annoying thing, so we paid this company, they've done their job, and they're coming back. But we rang them and said, it's dead, come back. And they're like, oh, we can't make it till next week.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh, so they will come back and remove it?
Yeah, but in a week's time, and so far we've got blooming windows wide open in the middle of winter. We've got air fresheners everywhere. You can probably smell the air freshener.
No,
If
well,
you
when I
can't-
walked in, I just thought it's you. Like, I'm used to that kind of smell.
that decaying rat smell. Yes. Odour de rat.
Lovely. So,
Yeah. So there you go. So that's why there's fly.
so you played something really
Crazy pool.
crazy, Paul. What
Yeah.
else did you do?
Then we went to a lovely Thai restaurant, and then
Love Thai food.
it was delicious. Actually, really delicious. What? And the reason I like Indian food too, but I had a really spicy green curry, and I love spicy food. But the problem with spicy food, as you know, is the next morning when it comes out the other end and it's still spicy, and it's like, ooh, that's not used to spice.
Did you put your toilet roll in the freezer?
No, but that's what I'm saying. The reason I like Thai food is because that doesn't happen for me when I have Thai food. I don't feel the same way.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Indian food.
So I wasn't listening. I switched off.
Yeah, I can tell. Right, so we were going to talk about, we spun the wheel, the letter wheel of destiny, and actually we didn't. I just said, let's talk C.
You did.
Let's talk about C.
You kind of like just dumped it on me.
Yeah.
And you said, let's talk about C. And I'm like, oh my God, so many words. C, no. And you said,
Did you go straight there to the C word?
yeah. And then you said Christmas. I'm like, oh, that one.
Well, maybe let's start with the C word that we're not going to say, because some people get really offended by it.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's a word that we should try and reclaim, or do you think we should just let that one go?
The C word. I used to be one of those women that be like, I don't like using this word, especially men, they use it quite a lot. Don't like you use it. If you want to use it, do it. Not in front of me. Don't like it. Recently, however, must be my old age or I don't know what it is.
I really want to say you've been cunting it up, but I'm not going to.
I have been using the word.
Really?
It feels so fucking good when you're
Empowering.
angry.
Right.
But why? Because obviously
No, you
it's-
shouldn't use a female anatomy when you're angry.
No, exactly. Yeah, and I feel bad. As soon as I say it, I feel bad. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a good word.
Well, so I went to the vagina monologues, and that's one of the, which is all about empowering women to say words that relate to their anatomy, and it's all good. And there's a whole 10 minutes of shouting the cunt word.
Why were you saying it?
Well, because I just felt, just saying the C word, that's...
I know. Can I say it?
Go on.
Cunt. I did it. Live.
High five.
Well, it's not live.
No.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
But generally, that is one of the swear words I don't really use because I do feel that people get really offended by it.
Yes. Is this us reclaiming it right now? Do you know, like, I guess we shouldn't be so sensitive because I use the words dick, knob all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, I use it as an angry thing, but I use it as a affectionate thing. I call my friend Simon a knob a lot. He calls me knob back.
Yeah.
Probably because he knows if he called me the C word, I'd probably...
Yeah, he's
That'd
probably
be too
safe
much.
calling you a knob.
Yeah. It's a strong word. It's much stronger than a dick. There we go. That's what it is. It's much stronger than a word dick or a knob.
Which is true. The cunt is the strongest.
Let's reclaim it.
Let's reclaim it, which is good, really.
It is. So I don't know how I feel about this.
No.
I don't know. It's not a beautiful word. It's not nice when I hear someone say it. But when I say it sometimes, it feels so good.
So, clitoris is another C.
Oh, right. Are we going back to that?
No, Molly won't let us. She's got an injunction against us ever talking about sex again. But again, not the sort of word you say very often. People say clit, don't they, much more?
Clitoris is just too many too many letters.
I mean, if you're doing that long enough, you're doing it right.
Well, just imagine you at it with your wife or a partner and you're trying to say...
And you try and say clitoris.
Yeah, it's like, just clit.
Okay.
It's easier. Quick.
I don't think you're meant to be quick when you're there, just so you know.
No, but if you really want something, like, you don't want to be thinking of the layers.
Sorry, Molly, I couldn't help it. She just carried on going. No, exactly. Well, it's not, yeah. So, moving on to Christmas. Right.
That's what we were going to talk about. Christmas.
So?
C for Christmas.
Yeah.
Apparently. I just,
Thought it was an X.
Yes.
So, and it's a V in Slovakia.
It is. Vianoce. Isn't that a beautiful word? Say it.
Vianice.
Oh, that's shit.
Oh.
Vianoce.
Beyonce.
Nearly. How do you say it in German?
Oh my gosh. No. Oh, it is a word that's quite difficult.
Oh, my God,
now
you've
done
lived
it.
in Germany.
Yeah, 4 years. This
You
is
don't-
terrible.
Anyway, in Slovakian, it's Vianoce.
Right.
In English, it's Christmas.
See, I want to say it in French now. Bon Noël or something, isn't it, in French? Christmas.
That's Happy New Year, I think. We are rubbish at languages, apparently. If anybody out there knows how to say properly in German Christmas, let us know. 'Cause
No, I do know.
yeah, but you're about to make it sound...
Oh, it's Weihnachten.
Yeah, so if somebody knows how to say Christmas in German properly,
How do you say Happy Christmas?
please record a video and send it to us.
Yes. Put it on our Insta, or can you video on someone else's Insta?
No, but if you send us videos...
Can you send a video to our
Emails?
which is Lez-Come-Together at gmail.com.
Yeah, send us anything. Pictures of you listening to us, or just a quick voice note.
Happy Christmas is Frohe Weihnachten, and I really struggled with that Frohe because you meant to roll everything and it's in the back of the
Let me
throat.
see, where is it written?
It is here, but let's make Google say it.
Frohe Weihnachten. You're not doing it.
I am, but the problem is Google's saying it upstairs on my speaker.
That's brilliant.
Work
Yeah,
office.
yeah. Let's go upstairs and.
Let's go upstairs and find out how you say Happy Christmas. Here we go again.
Frohe Weihnachten.
Frohe Weihnachten. It's exactly what I said.
Frohe Weihnachten.
Šťastné a veselé Vianoce.
That does sound a bit German.
Okay, it's Slovakian.
For
Anyway, Christmas.
Right.
We're talking C, so we're talking Christmas. And why
and
are we talking about
lesbians Christmas. Well, because I have found being a middle-aged lesbian, and I'm sure it's different for the cool young lesbians, but because even when people were in proper out relationships, they often felt that they should spend time with their family at Christmas, because as if their relationship wasn't important enough to say, sorry family, we're going to just spend it together. So I had lots of friends in relationships that would spend Christmas Day with their family and do Boxing Day as a couple. And they kind of felt that was okay because their relationship wasn't as important somehow. And I think this again is this almost in the 80s when you were hiding being a lesbian. By the time you actually came out, you had so many hang-ups and your own homophobias, that you kind of devalued your own relationship. And when you've done that for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years, tends to be that that's the norm. So you go, all right, we celebrate on the 24th, and then we're with our families on the 25th, and then we come back together on the 26th. And I think that's quite common in lesbian relationships.
That's interesting. I've never actually, I haven't thought about that for a long time, but because I am so lucky.
Because you've got a wife.
I have a wife who is loved by my family, well, with my sister.
Yeah.
But, even when Mum was alive, she would have been welcome to come and spend Christmas with us. And if she never met my dad, but my dad would have loved Molly. Absolutely, he would have adored her. I know this, and I'm so wish they'd Matt. Matt.
If only they'd met Matt. Who's Matt? He's nice.
Matt is Molly's brother.
Oh,
and
he's nice too.
Also awesome. But yeah, you're right. When I was younger, absolutely. Well, but it's a bit complicated for me because I lived in this country and I had to travel back home to be with them. And it wasn't that easy to just bring my girlfriend at the time.
Well, because
I wasn't even out. So
right.
When I was in my 20s.
My friend is coming with me for Christmas.
It wasn't possible. So.
Well, and my first relationship, exactly what used to happen is we had Christmas together, as in the family, and she was with her family. And then she would come to my family on Boxing Day, and my friend would join the family celebration. And that happened for 7 years. And throughout that time, I think until the last 2 years, she was my friend coming to the family celebration.
Awful, hey?
It is awful.
Oh, no.
Because you don't get your space. And I remember a couple where the dad died and they were not out. And obviously one of them is at the front because her dad has died, and the other one is sitting like 7 rows back because friends weren't needed at the front row, and you're just going, oh, man.
I know. We've all been there.
Yeah.
And it is horrible. And I hope that happens less and less because... Yeah,
I'm sure it
wasn't
does.
that. Do you know, it's almost like I pushed it so far back in my memory that I almost can't remember it. But of course, I've been through all this, pretending and it's a friend and... Yeah, it's awful. And I would never do that again. Never. Awful feeling. But
there are people definitely out there. So we one of the other things we want to talk about is comments. And we got a really lovely email. We are so thrilled. We have someone listening to the podcast in America. In the United States of America.
I know.
And she'd sent a lovely message and said, give me a shout out, Renee. No, you're not allowed to give a surname.
No?
No, she's not out.
Oh.
So she said you can... But I guess there's maybe a lot of them in the States, but let's just give her first name.
Let's start again.
I can edit, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just get... So,
do you know what? You lead, I'll shut up. I'll just be that lesbian friend in the background. Go for it.
come for Boxing Day.
Speak.
So yeah, Renee was saying that she's listening to the pod, she loves it, and we can give her a shout out, even though she's in the closet. And I guess we do not know what that relates to, whether that's because family pressure, her own, or whether that is all to do with living in America, because I know there are some states in America where it's not that easy anymore.
And they do have Trump for president.
Let's not go there. Let's not talk about that, because we might alienate Trump, because I'm sure he is one of our avid listeners.
I'm sure he's listening.
Yeah.
If he's not, Renee, pass it on to him, please.
Please.
And thank you for listening, and thank you for being a fan, and we appreciate you. Also, when we send out our little video on Instagram
saying send us an email,
we then received about 10 emails, and we're like, oh, now we have to reply. But it's awesome. To be honest, there was only 2 people that aren't family, and the rest were family and friends, but still lovely.
And do you know who was the first email?
Was it your brother Colin?
No, it was your wife.
Of
Molly.
course it was.
Of course.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, I know.
Number 1 fan, Molly.
Oh, I gotta love her. And then second was Simon.
Yeah, number 2 fan, Simon.
Did you read Simon's email?
No.
Oh wow, I did. Oh, it's hilarious. He's funny.
Is he? Oh. Can I have him rather than you?
Sorry.
Can yes.
Say that again.
Why doesn't he come on as a guest?
Do you know? I did ask.
Oh, will he?
He said No. What was that?
Computer says no.
Hang on, how do you say northern accent?
Nah.
Nah. Nah.
Nah.
Nah.
You're Scottish. Then.
Oh, got it. Nah. Was that it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
From
So it has been really lovely that we've now received some emails and comments and stuff. I mean, we did before via messages, but it's just nice. We now kind of got it all in one place.
So it says here, would it be possible to remind Jana, this is Simon's email, to brush her hair before podcast videos, as I find it quite disconcerting while sipping my cocoa to look at messy hair.
I know. Tell him, Joe. Tell him.
There isn't any hair. I think you might be finding, my name's Joe, and yes, this is messy hair, but
Thank you.
I can't believe...
Friend, Simon, not so friend. Why that's thinking whatever that was.
I don't know what that language is. So according to records, neither of you have remembered the new UK government podcast tax. Oh, what? £400 per year for podcasts release up to 100 episodes per year. We don't make any money at all on this podcast. I mean, there's only 26 people listening.
You don't?
The good news is I can get you a discount of 50% if you pay by Friday.
I think, well, we've got 4 hours.
Yeah, it's fine. I ain't paying. Not worth it.
He'll sort it out.
Oh,
I know.
He's lovely and funny.
Mr. Simon of Middlesbrough, middle of England. Love it.
That is very cool.
Thank you to everyone that messaged. Jenny Knight, Simon, Ren, Molly, the wife. Gemma! I got to give Gemma a shout out. She's so wonderful. She goes out for a walk, I think with a dog or kids. One or the other.
I think it was
dogs.
I think if you're with children, you should probably spend some time with them. But dogs, it's allowable.
And she listens to us, and that's awesome. And your brother Colin, how awesome is Colin?
Oh.
He has been.
He's
there.
Big C, Mr. Big C. He wants
you
to.
Big J. He's
Yeah,
Big C.
yeah.
I get that. He's been there from the very beginning.
He really has. He and
just like my wife.
He wanted to know if anyone else had any theories. Like we got the Joe theories. Bing.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any theories that they would like to share? Please do it on the Lez-Come-Together @gmail.com, and then we'll talk about them and decide whether your theories are actually as sensible and
mine
right,
is. I have Jana's theory.
What's your Jana theory?
Jana's theory is that Joe's theory is shite.
No. Please bring your theories.
Did we miss anyone on there?
Colin also asked, is there anything that's a pet hate?
Oh, we talked about that in previous episodes. I think me about the toilet rolls.
Oh, yes. He was saying his pet hate is that all the news you hear is always, 90% of it, depressing, the bad news. And why, given that there are so many good things in the world, do we not hear more good news?
I love Colin. We say this all the time. Tonight before I come out, me and Molly were at home, news popped on, and they were talking about the murder, the escaped prisoner, the rapist, blah, blah, blah. And we were both like, and where is the positive news? Because there is positive news. We just need to hear a little bit more about it.
But I really wonder if it's the fact that the people turn off when it's good stuff. You need something that makes you go to stay watching it. We like to be sensationalised.
People love cheesy stuff. And also, who is that?
Oh, Roz, who I work with, sent a message too saying it works. Thanks, Roz.
That'll do. Thank you, Roz. Shout out to you.
Yes. So more C's.
See, like Christmas. Are we done with Christmas? I mean, it's coming up to Christmas. I feel like we need to give Christmas a little bit more time.
A bit more love. I agree with you. Can I ask you then, because Christmas is a bit diverse. It divides people.
Okay.
Whatever the word that is. Mm-hmm. Love it, hate it.
Oh, I'm an absolute bar humbug.
You're a hate it.
Why do you look so surprised?
Because I was waiting. I absolutely love it. Because me and my wife, we just sit and look at each other all the time with little glühwein and have the most lovely time.
Oh, wow. Is this how I talk?
No, but I was just...
No. Is this how I sound?
No, not at
Joe,
all.
me and you are done.
I was trying to do a loved up kind of, somebody in the
This is how
hills.
Simon talks when he's trying to pretend he's me.
Oh, so maybe you
Oh,
do
no,
talk
actually-
like this.
No,
if
actually-
two people do. No, I was trying to be
No.
like a loved up person from.
No, you
high
sounded
in-
German like he does.
Ah.
And I'm not German, so Jesus Christ.
That is so far from sounding German.
Wow.
We've alienated a whole nation.
No, so actually, we are not like that.
Right.
I hate Christmas.
Because.
You look so surprised.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I never really liked it.
Because.
Even as a child, I don't really want to go there. I don't want to slag my parents off.
Now, this might be important therapeutically. We can cut it all out, but tell me what happened when you were a baby.
I don't know. It was
at
like
Christmas.
stressful. I found it stressful. I don't think my parents, like my dad loved Christmas.
Because he ate all the oranges.
And the bananas.
Oh, the bananas.
Mum was just baking, cooking, and doing all that. He was just stealing chocolates off the Christmas tree and
Taking them out of the children's mouth.
that as well. But he literally loved Christmas. What an absolute asshole. He died at Christmas, didn't he?
Oh.
It was awful. So not only I didn't really like Christmas because I find it always really stressful, lovely as well. Like don't get me wrong, my parents were lovely. If I wanted a new pair of trainers, that's what I got, and it was wonderful. The food was lovely and all that, but the stress of it I never really liked. And then Dad died at Christmas, so Christmas is always that memory of what happened and how it was. But Molly has been so good because she absolutely adores Christmas, so she's always pushing me towards this, like, enjoying it. And
Are you getting closer, do you think?
I really am. And do you know what? Like, what makes it is, like, I don't often go home for Christmas because obviously my sister's there, and if she wanted me there, I'll be there. But I think she's good. She's got her son, she's got her boyfriend, and she's fine. So I often stay here because it's quite expensive to go at Christmas, and I always go before or after. So we'll see the family, and then we'll be back, and we'll spend time with Molly and her mum, the brother, our friend Abby, and we'll do something. We always do something, but tradition for me is 24th, and it has happened the last few years that Molly's best friend Nicola comes over on 24th, and we have traditional Slovakian Christmas.
Oh.
It just happens so. And what the lovely thing is that we actually, last year we didn't do that. We invited few people. I think you could make it, but few people just to come around, have a drinks, Christmas celebration. That's when Jenny came dressed as a tree. It was awesome. Nobody else dressed up.
But she was a Christmas tree.
Butts. Absolute butts. But
Brilliant.
she did.
Brilliant.
She came as a Christmas, even I didn't dress up, but she was amazing. Anyway, so we didn't have Nicola around like on 24th for proper dinner. So this year, we just messaged her yesterday. We're like, oh, by the way, Nicola, what are you planning to do on 24th?
We call it Christmas Eve.
Would you like consider coming to work and having Christmas with you? And she was like, yeah, that was already my plan. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so wonderful. So we don't even have to ask her. That has become her tradition too, and I love that. That is,
That
so
is
beautiful.
brilliant.
I love that. I think that's one of the like really important things to me.
Yeah.
Like 24th, I know I'll always have Molly there and Nicola be there, and if any friends want to come and join, I will be so happy because it means a lot to me because my family's not here.
And that is massive. Those, and I think that's really common in the gay community that friends become family.
Yeah.
And this isn't because your family have rejected you or anything because of your sexuality. It's because they're not here because you're abroad, and your friends are making it good. That's
Are you
perfect.
still holding my hand?
I am, because she was. I mean, it's a bit sweaty now.
I know so.
But I honestly think there's a lot of people that struggle with Christmas because of that. That even if people don't die at Christmas, which actually is quite common, because obviously if you're frail or weak, it's the time of the year where there's the most flus and pneumonia type things. But I think the other thing is that it's the time when you see everything is geared towards family and being together. And if you're not with those people or you haven't got that, it makes it really hard.
It bothers me. I think that's why I don't like Christmas, because it's so commercialized, it's so advertised, and there are so many lonely people out there.
Yeah.
And I feel so sorry for them.
At that time of year particularly. Because everything's closed and everything on the telly makes it suggest everyone's having a wonderful time. Where in reality, there are a lot of families where the turkey's burnt or still frozen, and
I will not have a turkey for Christmas. That's one thing. I will not do that. I'm sorry.
Why
no.
not?
It's a no from me.
But why?
I mean, it's the most boring meat I have ever had. I don't like it. I don't care that it's your tradition. It's not even isn't it American?
I know, I think their Thanksgiving is turkey. I don't know if they have turkey at Christmas.
I'm sure they have.
They just eat turkey all the bloody time.
See, in Slovakia, we have dinner. What we have for Christmas dinner, we don't have throughout the year. Whereas here in America, you have roast dinners and turkey.
Yeah, but we don't. Roast turkey is not that common.
A lot of when you go Toby's Carvery.
Well, Toby
There's
Carvery,
turkey
you
there.
get everything roast. I mean,
My
roast
colleague
cabbage.
Andy has bloody turkey every week.
Okay.
Roast dinner every Sunday, and
At
he
the
loves the
Carvery.
turkey. We have argument about this all the time. I'm like, don't eat turkey.
No,
It's rubbish.
It's for
And he's
Christmas.
like, no, I love it.
It's not just for Christmas. So what do you eat in Slovakia?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't sound great, so I don't like talking about it. You know how English people just don't really like cabbage?
Yeah, I mean, mostly, yeah.
Sauerkraut, even more so. They hate it.
Yes.
But we do sauerkraut soup, which is like...
So wait, you take the one thing that everybody hates, you add vinegar to it, and then you stick and stew it into a soup. Sounds gorgeous. Yeah, carry on.
sauerkraut soup with some like beautiful potatoes in there, and like smoked meat and smoked sausage, mushrooms, and it's just beautiful. It's like this big pot of beautifulness.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have cold potato salad, but like not like a potato salad you make in this country. No.
Okay, a proper
Yeah.
Slovakian.
With like boiled egg in there and cheese, and oh, it's amazing, honestly. Cold potato salad and fried fish.
Fried. And you eat this all at the same time, or do you start with the soup and move on to
You have a soup as a starter. There's
Right.
a lot of tradition. We have like, you have a shot first, you have to.
Yes.
Then you eat clove of garlic for good health.
Right, no snogging. Good.
No, that's much later.
Okay.
Then you have a little bowl of soup,
Soup. The cabbage fermented stuff.
sauerkraut.
Sorry.
And then you have the potato salad and the fish, which is traditionally carp. So,
So the lake fish. So not even a
Yes,
fish
yes,
from the
yes.
nice sea, but just the one that
The
eats
lake
the
fish.
bottom crab.
the one full of mud, yeah.
Yeah. So what time on the 24th?
Are you coming?
No.
I don't traditionally do carp, to be honest.
No.
I do some kind of white fish or salmon, and I do schnitzel instead.
Yeah, no, that does sound good. And I know your fermented cabbage soup would be gorgeous.
Well, do you know what? I expect you to turn up on 24th and have some soup.
Okay, good. We'll be there. No, the top. So for me, Christmas is about kids, which obviously is different for you because you don't have any kids.
Oh, thanks.
No, but that's your
Make me
choice.
feel bad.
I don't know. No, what?
You don't have any kids. You can't enjoy Christmas.
Do you know what?
It's true.
You probably enjoy it much more than we do because you don't have to
100%.
wrap 400
Oh my
presents.
God.
And I do really worry it's become too commercialised because I think the problem is with the fact you can buy lots of plastic crap from China is that we do. And then everybody expects a big pile of presents. And before you know it, every year that pile gets bigger and bigger.
Honestly, I was mortified a few years ago, about 3 years ago. We used to have friends. We're not longer friends, but they had children. And one Christmas, they sent us a picture of all the presents wrapped for the kids. I have never seen anything. It was a room full of presents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when's this become a thing? Like, I'm sorry, I can't even be friends with you. You can't be giving this much to your children.
Please
What's
tell me
going
this
on?
is not why you are no longer friends, just because
No.
of the amount of presents. Okay, good.
Of course it's not, but I was mortified.
It's a lot. Yeah, no.
But this is, again, I'm a girl that comes from a different country, different traditions, and I had to be really good all year just so I get my pair of trainers that I wanted for Christmas.
Right.
And potentially a book and maybe something little else. But that was it. And I was so happy because I got trainers that nobody else had. And
Wow.
do you know what I mean? It was, and I loved it. No one's ever going to take that away from me.
And that's all it should be. I mean, my parents didn't have money when we were growing up, and we got a stocking in the morning that my mum and dad would literally fill one of her tight legs. She wouldn't cut off the other tight leg, so you had a pair of tights, but one leg would have presents in it, and stuffed it in, and the whole thing was full, and it was amazing. And there would always be a bit of chocolate at the bottom, and then there'd be books and clothes, but they would all come from the market. And then we would have one big present that we'd open a bit later. And I remember one year I so desperately wanted a BMX. But it was actually the time when my parents were struggling the most financially. And they bought me one. It was out of the newspaper. Someone was selling it secondhand. And it
had no wheels.
Well, the crank was broken. So every time you got up speed, it would suddenly lose at the top of the pedal. And so you just fall down on the seat and give you a hoo-hoo, a bit of a...
That explains a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I loved Christmas and it was just such a joyful time to be with people. And I enjoyed watching other people opening presents. But I heard recently someone say the idea they now have for presents is that you buy somebody something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read, and that's it.
I like that.
And I've said to Vicky, we should do that. Yeah. But the problem is that it becomes a buying fest.
Why? But why? We actually, Molly and I have been really good. Some year we'll treat each other. Well, actually, we set ourselves a target. We say, do we spend £50 or £100 on each other?
Yeah,
or 20?
I like that.
We even gone like really low, like I don't know, 20 quid before, because we're like, actually, let's spend the money we have and book a holiday.
Well, fair enough.
It's more important.
Would you do then something like make a present for the other person, like something a bit? Because if I make something, it's so shockingly shit that you
do not make anything.
No,
Joe. I've seen you make shit, and it's shit.
Even a card made by me is really bad.
No, I expect actually like a full-on, proper expensive. I don't know,
from me, but not from Molly.
Yeah,
sorted.
Good.
Okay.
And all you getting from me is what is it we do?
Cabbage soup,
charcoal.
Oh yeah, charcoal,
and a dead fish.
Go with the dead rat.
Love it. Anyway, I feel like we're coming to the end of our pod.
Yeah, that was one thing that we had as a comment, is that we don't tend to summarise very well at the end of our pods. Oh. This person that was talking to me, very intellectual, she said we should listen to a few more highbrow pods before we... And I said, clearly, this is as highbrow as it gets. But she did make the comment that at the end, you should sort of recap on the main takeaways from the podcast.
Okay, off you go.
Well, my main takeaway... I
can't remember any of it.
Exactly. My main takeaway is I hope at some point you might have laughed, you might have smiled, and you may have gone, oh, that's interesting. I'd not thought about that. And if that happened, then I am so happy. But I couldn't tell you what of the last 30 minutes of crap might have made you do that.
Oh.
So anything you would like to recap on?
No, I just loved my time here, talking to you and talking to people that are going to listen to whatever we've said, and hopefully they will take something away from that and enjoy it. And, you know, I hope everyone that's listening and everyone in our circle and everyone we know are going to have a good Christmas. And I know I don't like Christmas, but I really want everyone to be happy at Christmas, and it makes me happy, so that helps. So have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah.
Please.
And, you know, spend a bit of time at this time just looking around and being thankful for what you do have. Not the presents you don't, but what have you got?
Like, it's the most important thing to feel loved, to be able to laugh, to have food, warm bed, and, you know, what else do you need, really?
It's so
and
right.
a good friend.
On that note, thanks guys, thanks for listening, and see you next time.
Thank you from Jana.
Thank you from Jo.
Bye.
Bye.
We didn't sing a Christmas song.
No.
Do you know anything?
Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh.
Hey!
Yay! You don't even know the words. You're British.
Why? Is it a British carol?
Well, it's not Slovakian, is it?
Fangombe, Vingombe.
Šťastná veselé Vianoce.